case.
Right, sir.
All right,
Now the motion is to, okay, discuss ticket sales.
all right,
Okay.
all right. On that note, all in favor of the motion, please indicate. All opposed?
I oppose.
Okay, so motion passed 3-2. Okay? And we'll talk about that next before we get into the actual announcements. But is there still another motion to be added to the agenda?
I'd like to do another motion for the unfinished business we discussed last week. We were waiting on some financials
Okay?
and some reporting that was.
Your mic's not on, sir. Now, go ahead, please. Your mic, go ahead.
Wanted to add that to it, that we also had some information that we were waiting on from the last meeting regarding some financial reporting based on the financial sales and of alcohol as well as tickets from the amphitheater. And so wanted to reprise that conversation to see if the updated requested information is available.
I support that.
Okay, so from Mr. Berry to Ms. Barber, there's a motion been made and seconded. All in favor, please indicate.
Mayor, real
Yep,
quick.
I'm sorry.
Why are we discussing that if we're not discussing alcohol, whether we're gonna, now that we're gonna bring it in?
think that's
We
what-
can get the data at another time. That's just another agenda item added to discuss when we've already said we're not gonna vote on that tonight.
And we said
The
that,
reason why we're discussing it tonight, if we're not gonna vote, we're not gonna discuss alcohol sale, bringing in public?
the information data, that's correct. And I believe that, Mr. Young is here, I know Mr. Young is here, and I believe he has the data along with have conversation with the city manager.
Mayor Ford.
Yes, sir. I'll stand by. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Ms. Gant, I think that it was left in limbo on the policy, and I'm just trying to, I just want a decision to be made on the suggested policy concerning alcohol. I don't know how we, discuss that, because I know it's a very touchy subject, very sensitive. But I think these are issues that we have to resolve, because I think right now it is not resolved. And so when do we attempt to resolve the issue once and for all?
Hey, let me do this. We had a special call meeting the other day. And in the special call meeting, I have in front of me the minutes from that special call meeting. Motion to revisit the consideration to approve an ordinance to allow patrons to bring alcohol in the amphitheater during the concerts with required data of alcohol concessions and ticket sales, with documentation to include all manual and computer-generated reports to be presented at the April 30th, 2024 work session meeting. Motion was made by Councilman Alexander, second by Mayor Pro Tem Berry, and it was unanimous decision. All five of you said yes.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, I'm ready.
Well, that's what it said.
Call the vote.
That's what I have in front of me. That's what.
Call the vote.
We did not vote to
Bring back the data.
That's what I have in.
bring back the data. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To bring back the data.
Right, correct. I agree. Let's go.
So, Mayor Ford?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we ask if the data is available? Mr. Gardner, is the data available?
Yes, ma'am. We have data for 2023. We were still having difficulties finding the data from and getting information from the former sponsor vendor. And we're still trying to effort that, but we do have data for 2023.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't, okay, so has it not been sent to the council yet? I don't recall receiving it.
Well, remember, y'all give us a short turnaround time between Friday and Monday to try to get staff to
bring it
do
in.
this. So we have some information to hand out to you guys if you guys want to discuss it, but we've been working, staff been working, trying to get that information. It's just.
Mayor Ford,
Yes, ma'am.
it may be necessary for us to have another special call meeting specifically to address this, because we're not going to get it all resolved tonight. And I certainly don't feel comfortable with making decisions based on just what staff is telling us today without actually sharing the data for me to review it first.
Once again, ma'am, we did this on Thursday. We tasked staff on Friday to get it done. They've obviously getting it done in lieu of all the other stuff and trying to get the information from the vendors that we could not find. And so we were able to get everything for 2023. We've contacted GRA. We've looked at our bank statements, trying to make sure we have the information to reflect 2022, which we couldn't get. And so my apologies.
Okay.
All right.
So what is your recommendation for us right now, Mr. Gardner? Of course, there are decisions
Yes,
that
ma'am.
we need to make before the very first
Yes, ma'am.
concert.
I agree. If we can have another meeting, I think that'll be good. And hopefully we'll have additional information, but we can share, and then council can formulate the questions based on the information we have, formulate some questions, and then we can meet again to discuss that. And I apologize, but we tried to effort that information.
How much time does staff need?
Harold's been in contact. Ms. Gaines has been in contact with our folks, and they hadn't returned our phone call that we sent on Friday and yesterday and today. And so we're trying to get that information from them. But like I said, we do have the 2023 data. We're just having problems finding the 2022 data.
So you need another week, 10 week?
We could come, well, we have a meeting in,
No, I don't want a meeting.
What are you talking about, sir?
we have,
Let him answer, please. What were you gonna say, sir?
no, I was saying, we do have our next meeting, which is in
Our next official meeting is on 13th of May.
two and a half weeks. If we get that, we can send that. If we get it this week, we can send it out. Council can formulate any questions they have, and then we can answer those questions on the 13th if that's fine by council.
Okay, thank you for that. Ms. Gant, you have
No,
something?
I'm done now.
You're done now?
I'm good.
So I do have one more question.
Go
So
right ahead, please.
what date is our first concert? I know it's Mother's Day.
It's
The
11th.
11th,
Okay.
which will be that's that Saturday before.
Okay, so then we have decisions that we need to make before the first concert. So if we're gonna have another special call meeting, we need to schedule that maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week, prior to
That-
our city council meeting.
You can, yes, ma'am. If that's the wish of council, yes.
That's just my thought.
All right, so how many mo-
I have, is the information going to help change your decision in terms of what you're going to do? Because I mean, what was previously expressed was we needed the 2022 information, and if the vendor's not forthcoming, we may never get the information.
And we'll be able to tell you, by the end of this week, if we don't get it, the likelihood of us getting it is probably nil, and fishing it out of what we can was what we were told that we didn't want. So then that ties our hand to trying to get actual receipt data from them.
And we can call a special call meeting anytime. So if you get the information, you get it to us, and then we can call a special call meeting at any time, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we don't have to set the date for the meeting. As soon as you get the information, you send it to us, and then we can call a meeting.
Will do.
Couple things for clarification. One, we have to have at least 2 days' notice, if I understand, the
Right.
public. That's one
So-
thing. And number two, to execute that, we would have to at least have a quorum present,
Correct.
okay?
So if we don't get anything Thursday afternoon, call. You can have it on Wednesday or Tuesday of next week if you so choose, if everybody's free and available.
Now we got a couple other things to do. There are motions on the floor. I think there's one, excuse me? That is correct. All right, so there's one motion that was made by Mr. Alexander, I believe it was. That passed. You made a motion from the data, so are you willing to withdraw that?
I will withdraw my motion for the data based on the conversations we just had with the city manager regarding them needing more time
Okay,
to get the data.
okay, all right. So that's now been withdrawn, and I guess if you withdrew it, the person seconded, they'll just follow suit with that aspect, it was your initial motion. All right, and the motion that Mr. Alexander made, it passed, and that dealt with, ticket sales, is that what it was?
Yes, sir. I wanted to be able to discuss.
Okay, hold on a second, I just want to get clear, stand by, Mr. Alexander. I'm sorry, Ms. Holiday? Okay, and it passed 3-2, is what I understand, okay. All right, so Mr. Alexander, we're gonna deal with your particular motion, what else you need to say right at this point?
Right, we already passed my motion. I just we want to go ahead and get started with the
Yeah,
discussion.
go right in with discussion.
Yes, as we have Mr. Gardiner and Mr. Young at the podium right now.
Correct.
Right now, as we're trying to get ready for our first concert, which is on May the 11th. You provided us with some ticket sales data. I see that we got some of the pages, but certainly I would like to know whether we got all of the pages of the particular reports to be inclusive of everything that you were given, or were we just given a synopsis of what you generated?
I'm not sure what you have in your hand. I'm sorry.
You didn't create these, you didn't send these reports?
I'm not sure what you have.
Okay.
That was on the dais when we arrived today.
It was sent to us via email. I assume that you had prepared this.
Yeah, this came from Fresh Six.
Okay.
That data came directly from Fresh Chicks as you requested.
This came from them in this form, just like this?
Yes, sir.
No header, no reports, nothing
That's
else?
when you request it, that's what comes over.
Okay, in the first report that I see on top here, there's two numbers. The first number says fresh tickets 383. The second number, $57,514. What does that represent?
Actual ticket sales.
Okay, that's actual ticket sales.
And
What is
then the other number, there are two level of tickets, so it should equal up to $800 and some dollars.
So what is the 383 is the actual tickets?
No, it's actual tickets that's discounted. We have discount tickets, and we also have actual tickets at the full price. So the full price total of $818. Is it 818? I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me. Thank you.
So 383 tickets were sold at some type of discount.
Yes, sir.
Describe those discounts.
The discount was when we had the first sale of the box office sale, and then we went on to full up to that date until I pulled the report on Monday.
Okay, and the 425 represent what?
Current sale after the first discount.
Okay, so those tickets are at full
Full.
retail.
That's exactly what was sold.
Okay, now in looking at this report, that's a total of 811, you said?
Yes, sir.
And that is as of today?
As of yesterday, we sold 5 more tickets so far.
Okay, so and from what I'm looking at in terms of your attendance figures, we have sellout concerts here at OJ's 3671. I think this Babyface total is a mistake. It's got 4,000. So you said this was Fresh Tickets data?
No,
certainly.
that spreadsheet was not Fresh Chicks.
Right, because it says 4,000.
Right.
Now, you had previously indicated that there were 10 particular sellouts. What classifies as a sellout? I see 3,500 for Fantasia, 34, because I thought we had a total of 3,500 seats.
You don't have 3,500 seats. You have a total of you have a total sellable tickets around.
We have an executive session plan for something else concerning legal, but what my concern is that some of this may also be something that we may need to speak about in executive session.
I just want to make. I'm trying to stick to just the ticket sales in general and the pricing. If I could just ask some subsequent questions, I'll change my line of
Yeah,
questioning.
but the
So-
reason why I'm saying this though, so just so everybody understands, is that some of this is connected to trade secrets that we're arguing that are not subject to public disclosure. So that's what the concern is. So we can ask about some of that stuff, but some of that stuff also relates, some of that stuff is interrelated with other stuff.
Well, can you just say, do you just stop if that is actually the case?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just say objection, and certainly I'll change. So, over the weekend,
Relax for a second, please.
is there a problem?
Yes, it is.
What?
So I just think that because there are some parts of this in executive session, even asking a question right now wouldn't be the smartest thing to do.
I'm gonna
So I
change.
just think that we shouldn't talk about this at all until after, if we're gonna either talk about it or receive other information, because it's tied to the subject matter in executive session. So I get that we can't talk about certain things, but there's a fine line. And so having to stand up and catch certain things and object and think about it, even though it's part of the subject matter, I think we should be very cautious of that in general, just in general. And I feel like because it's part of, it could be any part of it, or any word, or any answer to any question could attach. I think that we should pause this questioning or presentation at least until after executive session. If you guys feel that you need to come back in and ask additional questions that aren't pertaining to executive sessions, that's one thing. But I don't feel comfortable with any line of questioning in regards to any topics right now, especially if anything, based off of what our attorney just stated.
Mayor Ford.
Yes, sir.
I want to concur with that, and my concern as well is, and what was stated as well, that a lot of the contracts with the artists was based on ticket sales, ticket amounts, and I think we're going into an area where we're jeopardizing contracts, and I think that's going to lead into another issue. So I would agree to have this discussion in executive session, just to be safe. And I don't see why we could not just discuss all of this in executive session. Why you have to discuss some of it out here and some in executive session? We just need to be safe.
Well, I would say, if I could, Mayor, is that this is a public discussion on the amphitheater and what the pricing is. Some of these things can't be discussed in executive session. If it's not regarding legal, real estate, or personnel, they can't be discussed in executive session. So I want to make sure that we're doing what's necessary. We got people here interested in the particular subject. So I was going to just simply say that Mabel House has a $50 ticket, and certainly Chastain over the weekend announced a $45 ticket. So certainly I wanted to look at doing that. And over the weekend, it was suggested by Ms. Watson, who is here tonight, that we include a military discount for military personnel, which we had not considered at this point. But certainly,
I can address what you just said, real quick, without going into major discount. This weekend, we've already planned, we've been planning for the last few weeks, my staff, a box office party again. We're doing major discounts, not based on what we hear in there. We've been planning this for a couple weeks. We're doing major discounts. Basically, we're doing $50 tickets in some of the areas, okay? This has already been pre-planned, not based on what we're hearing on the internet, on social media. This is something we've been doing we did a pre-party when we first opened the box office, and the first week before the concert, we have already been planning that. So that's gonna take place this weekend. The other thing there's some things that we cannot discuss because the ticket prices are based on, which I explained to you all in the last meeting, based on artist contracts, based on the amount of artists. People ask me why the tickets go up. The artist price went up, and I don't want to get into major reasons whose prices went up. There's a reason why our tickets are set the way they are. And I've had a conversation with an expert today, and the mayor witnessed a call. And I couldn't get everybody on the call at the same time, but then we had an expert who, a management company, the one in Macon, general manager of Macon, explained about our ticket prices. He's been doing this for about 30 years, and he mentioned our ticket prices are low. Based on what he said, based on what we doing, based on what his expertise, he actually said our ticket prices are low. Well, I'm just saying what.
Go ahead. You did say that, but finish your comments, sir. Now I got something I need to say in a sense.
I'm going to ask a question, sir.
Okay. Okay, then fine. What I want to say is that since we had some discussion here, if is the council amenable for receive a motion to go when we go into executive session, because we have to go into executive session to get deeper dive in this, so we make sure we don't cross over any lines. Are you
Yes.
willing? The answer is yes. Okay, I need a motion. Give me a motion.
I make a motion to move this conversation to I make a motion that we move this conversation to executive session to have further detailed conversations about the finances and the budget and the ticket price sets, as well as the discount.
Is there a second?
I second.
Mr. Thomas, second. All in favor, please
We
indicate.
can't do that.
You gotta.
Personnel, litigation, and real estate issues. That's it.
Legal.
But it has, no, what I'm saying is we have to vote to make a motion to go into executive session for litigation issues.
Yes,
Well, we haven't got that. Well, we can mention this now to go into executive session, but we still got other things to go through.
Mayor
It's
Ford.
attached to the litigation issue.
Okay.
You can't specify.
What's that?
This is a potential litigation matter based on contracts that have been signed by the city for the artists, et cetera.
Okay.
So you have to
Okay.
state
We
litigation.
restate that we'll go in for this, please.
So I'll restate that we will go in executive session based on the potential litigation issue with the contracts with the artists and the additional ramifications behind the financial contracts.
Is there a second?
I second.
Let's get a second. All in favor, please indicate. Okay, so unanimous decision? All right, we're not going to executive session right now, sir. Not now. No, we got to go in. We might as well all go in one time. Not now. We've got a couple of things to deal with. Okay. Yeah, you can have a sit down, sir. We're not going to do that just yet. All right, we'll get in executive session for that. All right. Council meetings, events and initiatives here. Council meetings will be held in the city council chambers. Meeting dates and location and times are subject to change. Or contact City Hall offices at 770-389-7900 or visit the website www.stopbridgega.org for updates. Starbridge Citizens and Police Advisory Council meeting first Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. Starbridge Police Community Room, 4545 North Henry Boulevard, May 2nd. The Main Street Advisory Board meeting second Friday of each month, 9 a.m. Location in Downtown Connection Center, 130 ML King Senior Heritage Trail, May 10th. City Council meeting second Monday of each month at 6 p.m. City Hall Council Chambers, May 13th. Youth Council meeting second Monday of each month, 6:30 p.m. City Hall Levi Meeting Room, May 13th. Citywide Development Authority meeting second Tuesday of each month, 6 p.m. City Hall Levi Meeting Room, May 14th. Planning Commission meeting third Thursday of each month, 6:30 p.m. City Hall Council Chambers, May 16th. Downtown Development Authority meeting third Tuesday of each month, Welcome Center, 130 ML King Senior Heritage Trail, May 21st. Youth Council Advisory Committee meeting 6:30 p.m. third Tuesday of each month in Levi Meeting Room, City Hall Chambers at May 21st. City Council Work Session meeting last Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. City Hall Council Chambers, May 28th. Join Mayor Pro Tem Kyle Berry for the annual National Day of Prayer on Thursday, May 2nd in the City Hall Council Chambers at 6:30 p.m. Join Councilman Alfonso Thomas for the monthly Senior Bingo Bash on Wednesday, May 15th at 10 a.m. to 12 noon at Merrill Manors Conference Center, 111 Davis Road for raffles, prizes, games, snacks, and fun. Join Mayor Anthony Ford for the monthly Meet the Mayor on Monday, May 20th from 10 a.m. to noon at Starbridge City Hall. Join the City Council for the annual Memorial March on Monday, May 27th at Merrill Manors Conference Center as we remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. To stay tuned for the city's website and social media platforms for more information to participate and contact the events team at 770-389-5982. Join Councilman Thomas for Don't Trash Stop Bridge initiative centered around education highlighting the causes and effects of littering and illegal dumping. More information to follow. Once again, join Councilman Thomas for honoring veterans and continuous salute all year long. Please send your pictures of veterans with their names, branch, rank, and years of service. Please contact Rosalind Rawls to schedule an appointment for Meet the Mayor. For more information on council initiatives and events, call 678-833-3348 or by way of email rrawls@stockbridgega.org. The 2024 Stockbridge Amphitheater Concert Series currently as it stands, Saturday, May 11th, Mother's Day concert featuring Tyrese, Eric Benet, Isaiah Tatum. Saturday, the 25th, May 25th, the Funk Party featuring Zap, Evelyn Champagne King, Rolls Royce, Rick James, Stone City Band. Saturday, June 8th, TLC celebrating the 30th anniversary of Crazy Sexy Cool album with special guest Brownstone. Saturday, July 13th and Sunday, July 14th, a night with Kim and special guest Leela James. Saturday, July 20th is Ladies Night Out featuring Jodeci, Johnny Gill, and Silk. Saturday, July 27th, the 70s Soul Jam featuring Shy Lights, Manhattan's legendary Blue Notes, Bloodstone, and Peaches and Herb. And happy Mother's Day to every folks. I know it's just coming up in a couple of weeks here. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And of course, Memorial Day is coming, so we already announced that in a sense. And if you want to get an idea of what occurred during the State of the City address I gave last week, it's on our website. You can go check that out in that aspect. And one other announcement, we will have a joint SPLOST 6 town hall. That will be a joint SPLOST 6 town hall meeting with Henry County and the City of Starbridge to be conducted with the public to discuss potential projects and collaborations. The meeting will take place at 6 p.m. on the evening of May 9th, 2024, at Merman's Conference Center. And on that note, now we need yes, ma'am. What's that? Oh, yeah, good deal. Food Truck Tasty Tuesday is back for the first Food Truck Tasty Tuesday event happening May 7th, 2024, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Clark Park, located 11 Davis Road, and stop right here, of course, in Starbridge. It will be live music, food trucks, free games, and dynamic playground for the kiddos, right? Meet us all, Clark Park, see you Starbridge. Tell your neighbor. Tasty Tuesdays, May 7th, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Clark Park.
Mayor Ford.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a comment on one of the announcements.
Yes, sir.
I know every council meeting we ask citizens to submit pictures of their veterans. I'd like to enhance that somewhat to ask citizens and family members to submit their pictures of those servicemen and women that actually passed during combat or served and that has passed away. I would like to showcase and present those pictures, if you will, and I will be getting with my staff and the PIO officer to put this out there a little heavier. And I'd just like to share with all of the citizens here in Stockbridge the pictures of all those who served, those that perished in war, and those that served and thus far has perished. I'd like to showcase that. So I just want to emphasize that. And I know we ask every month, but I just want to emphasize this a little heavier. And I will showcase this during Memorial Weekend.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Now, council, I need a motion to go to an executive session for legal personnel and real estate.
So moved.
Is there a second? From Gant to Mr. Barry. All in favor, please indicate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going to executive session. We'll be back as soon as we're done. And from our executive session, we have no issues to bring forward at this time, so now I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Okay, from Mr.
Mr. Thomas, Mr. Thomas.
Mr. Thomas? Who seconded that? Okay, wait, oh, from Alexander to Thomas? Okay, I got it. Okay, all in favor, please indicate. All right, meeting is adjourned. Thank you. God bless you all. Let's go.